Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Root Yoga Therapy. I'm your certified yoga therapist, Jasmine, and here we are at 31 weeks pregnant as part of our pregnancy series. So this week, I'm going to get into a practice that's going to help soothe some anxiety and fear in pregnancy, especially around this time. I feel many women, including myself, are getting a little anxious and fearful about the labor and delivery part of the pregnancy. I know for myself, I'm having very vivid dreams about what I think is going to happen or what may happen, and some of these dreams don't even make sense. So I thought it'd be really beneficial to offer some tools to move through that, release that tension in the body, and reconnect back with a safe place within ourselves. So go ahead and hop into something comfy and join me on your mat. Welcome back. So we're going to start in a hero's pose variation. I'm going to go ahead and take 2 blocks. If you feel comfortable using 1 block, that's fine. But I'm going to stack up 2 blocks and I'm literally going to sit right on them. So if it's not comfortable to sit back towards your heels, you would take 1 block, place it underneath, and then maybe for a little extra height, 1 more block and place it underneath and sit back this way. So this gives a lot more support for the pelvis, a lot less pressure around the knees. I get that nice stretch to the tops of the feet and ankles. And if this is a little too high, you can always remove a block and settle down. And I think for today, this feels a little more comfortable in my body. I feel a little more of a stretch, which feels pretty nice. So I'm gonna actually use 1 block instead of 2, but just as an option, you can create as much height as you need. And if you're not using blocks, just find whatever it is that you are using to come into hero's pose. Okay, and we'll begin. So the first thing I want to do is just come back into our practice, come back into ourselves, and just create that nice safe space. So I always find it really helpful to imagine or bring in something or someone or a place that makes me feel really safe and secure and protected and comforted. And those are some visualization tools that it might be really helpful to bring in for the labor and delivery. So as you're here, maybe both hands on belly, maybe 1 hand across your heart, 1 hand on your belly, and just starting to find a gentle breath in and out through the nose. And once you feel a little more grounded, a little more present, introduce that person, that place, that thing. Maybe it's a pet or a blanket or a memory that you have that really brings in a feeling of safety, security, protection, nourishment. Just all those warm, radiant feelings that are going to help you feel a little more grounded. Maybe you're hearing a sound that's comforting. Maybe there's a smell that's comforting. And starting to really make those things vivid in your mind's eye, holding that space for yourself. Good, and then gently reopen the eyes Let's go ahead and place left hand to the base of the belly. Inhale, stretching the right arm up and over. Good. Exhale, come down, releasing right hand to belly. Inhale, left arm up and over. And just side to side a few times. Left hand to belly. Big breath, stretching through the right side. Good. Right hand to belly. Big breath. Good. One more on each side. And again, just moving with your breath, your rhythm. And big breath. Good. And coming back to center, let's get some stretching into the neck because that's definitely a source of tension for many people. So if you are feeling anxious or stressed, you might find that the neck and shoulders are feeling really tight. So tilting your head over towards your left shoulder, dropping your left chin down, and then just bringing the left hand to the back of the head and giving it just like a gentle weight. So you're not tugging on the head, you're just using the hand as, again, this gentle weight, stretching the right hand out towards the right, maybe the fingertips release down to the floor. If not, you can float them. Or if you have that second block, go ahead and settle the fingertips down on your second block. And I will show that here. Good, breathing, creating lots of space. One more inhale. As you exhale, releasing that left hand down, gently dropping the chin towards the center of the chest and then lifting the head back to neutral. Good. Taking your left ear to left shoulder, continue to extend that right hand out. And this time the left hand's going to move to the side of the head. So we're working a different part. So you should feel the stretch in a different area. See how you can soften in. Good. One more inhale. Exhale, releasing your left hand down. Once again, rolling chin down towards chest and head back to center line. Good. If you're using that block, go ahead and switch. And then gazing over towards right shoulder, dropping the chin down towards your chest, nose towards armpit. Right hand's going to release to the back of the head. And then again, pressing into your left hand so you can feel that counter stretch or the opposition in the pose. Just finding those soft breaths in and out. Good. On the exhale, releasing the right hand down, dropping the chin towards center of the chest, and then lifting the head back to neutral. Good. Tilting right ear towards right shoulder, bringing the right hand towards the side of the head, and then opening up through that left side of your neck. Good. One more inhale here. Exhale, gently release the right hand down, dropping the chin down towards the center of the chest, and then guiding the head back over the shoulders. Good. Little half circles, just kind of rocking the head side to side. I'm just making this feel really good. Nice, and pausing here in center. Bring the fingertips towards the shoulders. Maybe some of you can have the fingertips tapping at the upper part of the traps. And then as you inhale, reaching the elbows skyward, widen the arms, making these little circles, working into the shoulder girdle. So much of the tension, I know for myself, is held up in the shoulders and the neck and in areas of my belly. So working and focusing on these areas can be really helpful to release unwanted, unneeded tension in the body. And we'll switch the direction of these circles. Really nice, and gently releasing the hands down. Shift your weight forward. Let's pop off our block and come into a hands and knees position. So I'm going to set my props off to the side. And again, if it's helpful for you to have that blanket across your mat or something else to help support your knees, go ahead and layer that down. And then we'll place our hands underneath our shoulders. The knees are going to go underneath the hips. I'm just going to rock my hips side to side. Oop, little pop. That felt good. Kind of working in, if there's some other movements you want to do, like swaying the torso or rocking back and forth in and out of that tabletop. Listening to your body here, making some of these movements nice and intuitive, nothing too controlled, just kind of letting the body be a little free. I'm just circling my hips. Really nice. And then we'll start to find our way back to a more neutral tabletop. Inhale, releasing the belly. Get that nice stretch through the front of the body on the in-breath. Exhale, curling the spine, finding your cow shape or cat shape. Good. Inhale, cow pose, dropping belly, scoop the heart. Exhale, find your cat, rounding into the back. Good. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, come into that neutral position. Extend your right leg straight back behind you and then float those right toes off the floor. We're going to sweep our right foot towards the outside edge of our left mat, or the left side of our mat. So sweep it to the left towards the outside edge, land the toes down, pause here, find that stretch. And it might feel good to walk your hands slightly to the left, working deeper into the right side of your body. Good, last 2 breaths. And then on the exhale, walk your hands back to center. Start to float that left foot or that right toes off the mat. Sweep the right foot all the way around and anchor down through the outside edge of the foot. Carefully walking your hands back towards your left knee and floating up, gate pose. So the right leg is extended out. We're balancing on the outside edge of the foot. Sweeping the right hand down, big breath, reaching the left arm up. Good. On the exhale, come back through center. Inhale, right arm reaches. Good. 2 more. Inhale. Left arm reaches. Good. Exhale takes you through center. Inhale, right arm. And last round. Exhale through center. Inhale, left arm. And exhale through center. Inhale, right arm. Exhale, come back to center, hinging at your hips, carefully folding forward, hands release down towards your mat. Pick up your right foot, guide it in, and then release the right knee down. Good. One round cat-cow. Drop the belly, scoop the heart forward on your inhale. Exhale, coil the spine. Good. Inhale, coming through center. We're going to stretch that left leg back and then sweep the left foot towards the outside edge of your mat. So over to the right side. So we're making that little shape in the body, that little curved shape, and then walking your hands to the right if that feels good, finding a little deeper of a stretch through those left ribs. And slowly starting to walk the hands back underneath the shoulders, picking up that left foot, guide it back to center, and then sweep it out to the left edge of your mat. Pressing down through the outside edge of your left foot, walking your hands back towards your right knee, and then standing up for your gate pose. Good. Sweeping the left hand down the left leg. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, come back through center. Inhale, left arm reaches. Good. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale through center. And left arm reaches. Good. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One more full breath, reaching that left arm. And exhale takes you to center, hinging at your hips, soften your hands back down, lift your left foot, guide it back to center, rebend the left knee. Good. Inhale, drop the belly, scoop the heart, find your cow pose. Exhale, coil into the spine. Good. Finding a neutral position on your inhale, curling your toes, downward facing dog. Extend your hips up and back behind you. So widen the feet so they're as wide as your mat, making space for belly. And just breathing here, opening up through the back of your heart, rooting into those hands. Feeling a heaviness come into your heels, you might be able to release the heels down towards your mat, but if not, no big deal. Just looking for that space through the spine, creating space around the ears and neck. Good. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, carefully walking your hands back to meet your feet. So you're folding kind of like slightly wide-legged at the back of your mat. Good. If it doesn't feel comfortable to have the hands down like this, you can always place the hands on the shins or the ankles. Sometimes I place my hands here so I don't fold, higher up on my legs so I don't fold as deeply. So it just depends on where your comfort level is today. Once you find it, let the crown of your head release down towards the toes and breathing into the back of your body. And it might be gradual until you release the hands down towards the feet. And if you'd like, you can crisscross at your forearms and kind of sway the torso like a grandfather clock, side to side. And this feels really good to me because I can start to work into my lower back, into my ribs. And some women have a lot of rib pain because of the hormones and the pressure. So this could feel really juicy in the body. Good. Gently releasing your hands back down towards the floor. Walking yourself all the way out, downward facing dog. Press the hips back. Find that nice full breath in. And then as you exhale gently, the knees are going to soften towards the earth. Good job. Go ahead and grab your blocks or whatever it is that you've been using to give you that extra space between belly and the mat. And we'll be stepping that foot through. So as you inhale, reaching the right leg back. Exhale, pull the right foot forward, stepping it up to meet your hands. And then dropping your left knee back a couple inches, sinking forward into those hips. As you inhale, reaching the arms forward and up. And then exhale, bend the elbows, cactus the arms. Take a full breath here, peeling the chest open. Next, exhale, hands are going to layer over the heart center. And that'll be the movement with the arms. Inhale, arms reach forward and up. Exhale, cactus the arms, scoop the heart. Inhale, widen across your chest. Exhale, layer the hands over heart center. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, hands layer to the center of the chest. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, open the chest, lean back. Exhale, hands layer over heart center. And just pausing here, maybe taking that deeper sink into your hips. And feeling that sense of steadiness, that sense of balance and connection. And then as you exhale, releasing your hands down towards your front foot. I'm going to shift my blocks to a higher height, as you know I like to do for my hamstring stretches. Let's go shift our hips back, glide the right heel forward. So as I inhale, I'm going to lengthen forward. So press into your hands, straighten your elbows. Exhale, soft bend in the elbows to fold in. Good, 2 more. Inhale, lengthen and straighten the elbows. Exhale, soften and fold. Last one, inhale. Long exhale, soften and fold. And once you get there, go ahead and hold. You might feel you have more space to kind of move a little deeper into the pose. Try not to bring those shoulders back up towards the ears. Keep it soft. Good, 1 more, inhale. As you exhale, re-bend into your right knee. Good, we're actually gonna tuck our back toes, lift the left knee off the mat, and go ahead, step it forward to fold at the top of your space. Good, hands are gonna come to the tops of the thighs, gently pressing your way up to a stand. Reach the arms on the inhale, and then exhale, hands to heart center. Really nice. And just pausing here, feeling the steadiness in the pose. Good. And then finding a little chair. Inhale, bend your knees, drop your hips, reach your arms. Exhale, fold back in, chest over your thighs. Inhale, heart pulls forward. Exhale, refold, gently stepping your left leg back. Lower the left knee down. Right foot follows. Lower the right knee down. And then separate the knees, kind of sinking back into a child's pose. And lately, I've really enjoyed having something to support my torso. So that could be a bolster or this block. I lay my body over the over the block, and then my head on the second block. So I feel really supported here. And it also gives me a little more space for my belly, so I don't feel my belly is compressed against my legs. So pausing here and just finding some soft breaths. Good, 1 more inhale. And then gently pressing your way back up, using your blocks underneath your hands if that was helpful, and finding our way back into our tabletop position. Inhale, left leg's gonna reach back. Exhale, stepping that left leg forward and then pausing here. Drop your right knee back so we can sink into that nice hip stretch and then reaching the arms forward and up. As you exhale, cactus your arms, open your chest. Inhale, lean back, peeling the elbows behind you. Exhale, hands layer over the heart center. Good. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, cactus the elbows. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, hands over heart. 2 more. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, lean back, open your chest. Exhale, hands to heart center. And last one, inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, hands to chest. Good. Pausing here once again, looking for that sense of steadiness, balance. If you're daring, you can soften the eyes to close. On your next exhale, releasing your hands down towards your blocks. And then I like, of course, to shift my blocks to a higher height, working our left leg straight, gliding that left heel forward for our half split position. Good. And then from here, straightening the elbows, push into the hands, lengthen the spine. Exhale, soft bend and fold. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, fold it in. 1 more. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, fold in. Good. Pausing here, just finding that space through the back of your left leg. Good. 1 more inhale. As you exhale, rebend into your left knee, sink into the hips. Good. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee off the mat, and pause here. Let's take a walk all the way over towards the right edge of our mat, and we'll find a fold. So feet are going to be parallel. Good. You may or may not want to use your blocks as support for your hands, maybe your forearms, and just allowing yourself to kind of fold in here, pressing through the outside edges of the feet, lifting the inner arches. And just letting this feel good on the inner groin, on the back body. Really nice. Good. I'm going to press up just halfway. I'm going to place my right hand down on the block, taking my left hand to the base of my spine. It's also called your sacrum, and typically we'll feel our hips slightly tilted. So kind of neutralizing your hips so they feel squared off. Keep that there, just opening up through the chest, maybe shifting your gaze. Good. Nice full breath. Crown of the head drives forward, hips pulling backward, heart opening up. 1 more inhale. And then as you exhale, releasing that left hand down. Stamping down through the left hand, right hand's going to release to the lower back. Start to peel your chest open. Really nice. Couple more breaths. And then gently releasing the hand back to the blocks. Good. Start to heel toe the feet a little closer together. And then bringing your hands to the tops of your thighs, chest pulls forward, rising all the way to a stand. Good. So one way to get really grounded and feel like we have a lot of space in the body is by balancing. So balancing is always a great way to kind of test our presence. And it always feels good to really expand the body. And if we're feeling a little ungrounded and there's tension and anxiety and fear showing up, finding and embodying something like a big, strong tree that's very rooted into the ground can create similar sensations in the body. So I love practicing tree pose when I'm feeling a little all over the place and very scared, because a tree is so strong, so tall, and so bold, and very connected to the earth. So rooting down into our left leg. And if your balance is a little off because, we have the weight here at the front of the belly, you can always leave the ball of the foot down and just balance the inner heel at the ankle. Otherwise, you might want to float that foot somewhere along the shin, or even catch the shin of the balance of the right leg and place it to the inner left thigh. So I can feel my balance is a little unsteady, but that's okay. You're going to anchor in through the outer hip. Hands are going to come to heart center, and just pausing here. So I'm going to start to kind of bring that visualization of drilling my standing leg into the earth. Just really as if the bottom of my foot was like growing roots, and those roots are kind of pulling down into the earth's surface. And then feeling that strength moving up my legs, my spine. Good. Last full breath here. And then as you exhale, releasing your hands down and softening that right foot down, and shake out our standing left leg. Good. And then we'll switch. So anchoring down into our opposite foot. So if you didn't start the balance with the left leg, you can start it now. I'm going to be standing on my right leg. Again, ball of the foot can stay grounded. Otherwise, you can float the foot. Try and challenge yourself if you did before. If you brought the foot higher, try and do that again. And then hands are going to come to the heart center. Good. I'm feeling much more stable. Focusing on a point that does not move. I'm setting my gaze a little forward and down. Last 2 breaths. And then gently releasing the hands. Whoop, that was ungraceful, but that's okay. Really good. Let's go ahead and make our way into a seat. And any comfortable seated position. So if that means propping your hips up on a blanket or a bolster, that's great. Otherwise, find a nice cross-legged seat with your bum on the floor. And then as you inhale, reaching the right arm skyward, gentle twist. So the hand's going to come to the center of the shins. The left hand's going to reach back behind you to spiral the chest open. Good. And then it could feel good to shift your gaze towards the right shoulder, offering a little space through the left side of the neck. Good, full breath in. And then as you exhale, unwind the body, come back to center. And let's just switch the cross of the legs. So opposite shin in front. Inhale, reaching the left arm skyward. Hands going to land towards the center of the shins. Remember, we're not doing any deep twists. And we'll sweep the right arm back, opening up through the chest. And then again, might feel good to gaze towards left shoulder. Good, one more breath in here. And then as you exhale, coming back to center, unwind. Go ahead and lengthen your legs out nice and wide, flexing into the feet, getting that stretch into the inner groin. Good, so just pressing those props off to the side so you have a little space. And sliding left hand down left leg, big breath in, reaching right arm skyward. Exhale, move through center and switch, sweeping left arm. Good, exhale through center. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale through center. And inhale, left arm. Good, exhale through center. Pause here, kind of walking your hands forward and just rolling out, kind of side to side. So this could feel really good on the back body. Letting the pelvis, letting the belly be heavy. Good, couple more rounds. And find that pause and center. Good. Sliding the hands underneath the knees. Start to bring the feet in, taking a gentle butterfly pose. Hands can rest along the ankles if you have the space to fold. You can start to walk your hands forward, stretching the heart towards the top of the toes and just feeling that space be created around your hips. Good, one more inhale here. And exhale, carefully walking your hands back towards your shins. Find a comfortable seat. It doesn't have to be cross-legged. Last week, we showed a yogi squat against the wall. So if you are by a wall like me, you can scoot your body back so your back body can rest on the wall. You can have a soft cross in the legs. That's probably what I'm gonna do, just so I don't feel like I have to hold my body up. And then if I'm not, I'll be compressing into my belly. So you wanna feel nice and tall and supported. I actually might go ahead and grab my bolster so I can sit up on my bolster. And that's going to help elevate my hips. Oh, and this feels much more comfortable, and I take a lot of pressure off my pelvis. So you can recreate this if you have something similar at home, like a pillow. And we're going to soften our eyes to close. And without doing any retention, we're just going to visualize, and I'll guide you through it, the breath moving through each nostril individually. So softening the eyes to close, hands can be at the base of the belly. And then as you inhale, seeing the breath move in through the right nostril. Exhale, watching it move out the left. Good. Inhaling up the left. Exhale, watching it release down the right. And this is a variation of Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. Inhale, breath moves up the right. Exhale, observing it move down the left. Inhale, up the left. Exhale, down the right. Good. Inhaling, thinking about and sensing the breath moving up the right side. Exhale, feeling it move down the left. Inhaling up the left. Exhale, down the right. And we'll take 2 more. Inhaling up the right. Exhaling down the left. Inhale up the left. Exhale down the right. Last round. Inhaling up the right. Exhale down the left. Inhaling up the left. Exhale down the right. Really nice. Pausing here, sensing the breath moving in through both nostrils and out through both nostrils. And then taking a moment to bring back in those pieces, those memories, those things, places, or people that give you that sense of safety, protection, warmth, and radiant love. And then seeing and visualizing your baby comfortably resting within your body, being soothed by the sound of your heart and the rhythm of your breath. Feel free to sit and play with this visualization for as long as you like. As you're here, give yourself the opportunity to observe the shifts or changes in your body. If you're feeling relaxed, notice the qualities that carry in your body with that feeling. Or maybe you're feeling light and open and soft. Those are good qualities. And these are the kind of qualities that typically are the opposite of what it feels like to be in fear and tension and angst, which aren't bad, but it is something to be observed and noticed, and it's important for us to learn the opposite tools and the opposite sensations. If you're ready to close off your practice, gently bringing one hand to heart, one hand to belly, and really honoring the time you spent connecting back with yourself and creating that sense of safety, not only for you, but for your baby. Thank you so much for joining me for a 31-week practice, and I look forward to seeing you throughout the rest of the 3rd trimester and beyond. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe and feel free to comment or place your questions on any of these videos, and I will be responding. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Namaste.